I want to show you how to create a query in Access. Now I'm going to go to Access. I want to remind you, if I double click on a table name on the left, I can see all the data that's in that table. That is my datasheet view of a table. Now the problem is, what if I had 2 million records and I double click here on the table name and I see 2 million records? Okay, so that is too much. I don't want to see everything. So I'm going to use a query, and the query will help me to extract only the data that I'm looking for. So for now, I'm just going to Control W to close the file, the table, and I'm going to go to Create. To create a query is on the Create ribbon, and then under the groups for queries, I click Query Design. And this will now present me with a query screen as well as a Show Table dialog box. I'm going to double click on the table that I want, so Products, double click. It puts the products table on the query screen, and I'm now going to click Close on the dialog box. So I just want to show you, if I want to delete that table off my query screen, I select and press Delete. If I want to show table, here's my show table. To get my show table dialog box again, and I can double click Products and Close. So I've got a show table dialog box that can help me to change the table that I'm looking for. So here I've got products. This is my products table. Now what I want to do on the query is I want to select the columns that I want to see. So what if I had 100 columns on my products table? I don't have to look at all the columns because some of them are irrelevant for me. I can now, to select a column, I can select any one first, and I'm going to double click on the column name, and when I double click, it shoots to the grid at the bottom. So I've got category and then product name and then price. Okay, now if I want to see that data, I click this run button, and the run shows all the columns that I've asked for. Now I'm going to go back to design view, okay, and I'm going to show you what happens if I want different columns. So let's say I want unit. Now normally I would double click, and now I've got unit on the right hand side, but now I decide I don't want the unit anymore. To delete it, you see I put my mouse here at the top of that column, and it shows that down pointed black arrow. That's what I want, and that will, when I click, it select the whole column, and now I can press delete to delete that unit column. So that is how to delete a column off my grid. Now if I wanted to add the unit column, but I don't want it at the end, I want it in between the other columns, I have to drag and drop it, because the double click will always put it at the end. Now if I drag and drop, I'm going to drag and drop my unit. Look where I drop it. I drop it on that word price, and that will then insert the unit on the left. So that is how I insert a column to the left of a different one. So I'm going to run, and there I can see my unit price has been inserted between product name and unit. I go back to design view. Right, now I'm going to delete it again, select the column and press delete. So that is basically how you add columns and how you delete columns from your query grid. And that is a basic query, and that's all for now.